What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Apothecary Diaries, this time with Season 2, Episode 19. Hopefully you guys can't hear it, but I've had to put my... Oh, I've lost the episode. Apologies. I had to put my fan on because I've tried recording the intro. I've got to like 30 seconds and it's just been way too hot. In combination with the weather and mostly it's my light. Probably not a good idea wearing a dark t-shirt. But yeah, I think my t-shirt kind of captures the heat emanating from my light as well, so it's just really was unbearable. So hopefully you can't hear the fan behind me, but I did test it out and it should be okay. If you guys can hear it, I do apologize, but yeah, looking forward to this episode. It was a really great episode last time. I really thought the kind of dream, well, it wasn't a dream sequence, but like the whole sequence of them kind of putting their dreams out there in the mask and their goals and their wants. Well, that was really interesting. How some kind of fell to the bottom of the ocean or the bottom of the lake or whatever it is, and then because they would go down, they would then kind of fuel the fires, for lack of a better word, of the dreams of the other people whose masks did stay on the fire. I thought that was actually really cool. Obviously, the end of the episode was quite nuts with Mao Mao and the little boy getting caught by that woman that looks a lot like the old Emperor, just as creepy. Hopefully, she's not as bad of a person, but she looks like she could be. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Not sure why it's so quiet. I did also find that this is going on break again in a few weeks' time, which really sucks. Especially with the kind of timing of it. Like the timings of the break this season have really not been great. They've been during like the most integral parts of the show. Nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. Yeah, it really sucks. But yeah, we were trying to figure out why there wasn't a patch growing in the farm, weren't we? And we ended up figuring out that these are the guys behind the guns. Lowland. Is this the real lowland? So there is a real lowland? Damn. Jesus. God damn. You just get slapped to shit. Hmm. Well, what are they meant to look like? Ah, interesting. It's obvious lies, but so is this Chisui? I'm a bit confused. I did bring up last episode if Lowland's even a real person. I imagine that's Shisui. Honestly, I'm not sure if I was in this woman's position. I'm not sure I'd trust this new girl to be fucking my apothecary. I didn't even notice that. I was spoiled on this, and I didn't even notice the fact that she was not in those scenes with the girls getting gifts from the people they massaged. Ooh, which is rare for you, man. But yeah, again, from this woman's perspective, I'm really not sure I'd take. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, I guess, but I'm not sure I'd take this random new girl to be my apothecary. Like, what's the trust? What kind of trust do you place in this person you've just found, sneaking about, figuring out those secrets? It's already got off to a bad start. And that come across pretty evidently. So she is Lolan, and her fake name's Shisui, and Suirei's real name's Shisui, and her fake name's Surei. Okay. Sorry, guys. My nose has been quite sniffly today. Oh, not sniffly, but blocked. Struggling to breathe through it. Yeah. I can assume they checked for smoothness. Oh, you're right. Doesn't quite work out. Yeah, if only you were a little bit more patient, he would have probably told you. Oh, sorry, guys. I guess I took that scene from the preview a bit too like, well, not literally, but that very much looked like she was in a prison cell. That shot from the preview, and I guess she is imprisoned in a sense, but it's not quite as harsh as I thought it would be. I think that's a logical conclusion, and again fits into that what I mentioned earlier of other people's dreams and wants of perhaps revenge or different types of comeuppance and such getting mixed into this pot of war, which may not be their goal per se, but it aligns with them to a certain degree. So their kind of wishes end up melding into this one big war wish from someone probably very high up, probably that horrible looking woman. I don't know. Might just be talking nonsense. Yeah, that's a good question. What happened to the old apothecary? We could assume they probably got poisoned. I imagine that you get quite a few replacements in this line of business, but I do want to know specifically what happened to the last one. Damn, we're that far away. Holy crap. Jesus. I was not expecting us to be that far away. Didn't feel like it when she was taken here. This isn't the worst place to be locked up, is it? Especially for Mau Mau. The expression is so different. I guess that really I wouldn't say she's like got multiple personalities or anything, but she definitely has to definitely kind of maybe feels like she is just such a different person. It's crazy. Kind of like you split yourself into two entities. She's so nice and smiley and upbeat and lovely as Shisui. And as Lolan, she's literally just like a blank slate. She's nothing. Haven't seen anything from this person called Lolan, have we? No sign of any personality or anything. I think she said it very well there. She's a doll. She literally is a doll, just unfazed, unmoved. Just, yeah. Acts the actions that her mother not sure that is her mother to be honest, but Shenmei yeah, controls her like. Oscar. Ugh. The steam all coming from these people. Ugh, this place is horrible. This kind of reminds me of an area in Nine Souls that was really disturbing. The vibe in that room was horrible. I imagine the smell was too. Was that her in the bed? Oh god. I hope she's not. If she was, I hope that's not her wife. Probably is though. This kid is very adorable, isn't he? I like him a lot already. Okay, we're back. He's trying to pay back your fucking all the mess you made. How dare you? Okay, everybody was, even Mao Mao. You can't really argue with anything he's saying, unfortunately. And like, I kind of, you very much understand where Lacan's coming from with this as well. So, I mean, he's a dad looking out for his daughter, so it's like, you totally understand what he's saying. So I'm not going to hold this against him. It's harsh, but in essence, what he's saying is kind of true. So, and here comes the complete opposite. just the absolute smoothness of a granddad. Smooth, calm, collected. Understandably so, as I said. And he's getting absolutely buoyed right here by the old man, isn't it? Listen here, son. Calm down. And that's the thing. I think Lacan, he will be much more effective when he will calm down, because we know he's a pretty genius guy. Respect time. Yes. Here we go. We're moving the mountains for this. I mean, I know it's like it's a betrayal to whatever. Again, I don't know specific to the names and stuff. I know it's like bigger than just getting Mau Mau back, but it does kind of feel like if it was just for Mau Mau, would Jinshi bring an army? I mean, it's kind of romantic in that sense, isn't it? It's like he's raising an army. Everybody here is raising an army, and going to bring an army to bring Mau Mau back. Again, obviously, it's bigger than that. There's a traitorous stuff going on here, trying to take over the empire and so on, trying to get back at us for revenge about the old emperor and so on and so forth. But like I said, I kind of like it from the view of we're just doing all this shit just to get Mau Mau back. Everything in our power. You know, I won't bother sorting out the timer. I've only got a minute left. Are these signatures from people that are going to help, or? On you? That sure was. Like an infection. Like a zombie bite. Is he finally gonna assume his Ski no Kimi? Prince. Prince. And I think that now confirms for people that weren't 100% sure that this is the son of the emperor, the prince. Which was, I think, pretty obvious. Again, it wasn't confirmed or anything, I don't think, but I think it was pretty obvious. Been actually, well, I guess confirmed there, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Awesome scene at the end of the episode there, I love that. Again, you can understand why Lacan gets so irritated and angry, but yeah, I loved when the old man stepped in and just shit got sorted out quick time. We're mobilising armies against these guys right now. This should be really interesting, actually. I wonder if we'll see any, because it's not very often. Not very often. It's not at all seen. I don't think going to show any kind of army kind of violence or anything like that yet, have we? I mean, we saw the assassination attempt, but it's probably the closest thing we've had to something like that. Every other kind of attempt to someone's life is usually quite in the shadows, kind of done in a vague way, and try to be quite secretive and hidden. So something like an army battle is very out there for this show, isn't it? I doubt we'll see it, and I kind of hope we don't, because I'm really not a big fan of that stuff. I'm a big fan of Berserk, but especially the early kind of war kind of portions of Berserk I really didn't like very much. It just felt like Army A versus Army B, and just quite boring. Right. Oh, the toad. Is that frog back? Is that frog back from all those episodes ago? Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll look at that preview again in a minute, because again, a lot going on there, but really good episode today. As usual, not 100% kind of. It always takes a little bit of a while and maybe a second watch to digest fully what was kind of going on, especially towards the start of this episode with all all of this the family kind of business stuff with Shen Mei, I think her name is. I don't really fully understand what relation she had to the Emperor. She obviously had some. Was she? I don't really know. I don't really know. Is my answer to that. But yeah, there's some reason why I do want to go back to this. So she's okay with Lolan, who I think is her grandchild. So her daughter had relations with someone, and that made Lolan, and then her daughter also had relations, or her son, should I say? I think it's her son actually, isn't it? Her son then had relations with another woman, and that was Suirei or Shisui, who now goes by Suirei. The names, yeah, I think I got that right. And she obviously is not too happy. I'm not sure which order that went, by the way. But yeah, she's not too happy about Suirei / Suiren. The names are an absolute myth, apologies, but she's not happy about this woman's existence. I definitely, again, do need to rewatch this scene to kind of fully get that through my head, but I kind of get the general gist of the relationship between all of those characters. And again, it's just kind of sad seeing Lolan just being, as she summed up brilliantly, just a doll, just like no expression. Her expression doesn't change, and the only time she moves or reacts or does anything is when she's kind of moved to do anything like that. I think she summed up really well there in that scene, didn't she? It's also it's not surprising because they are actually very similar, these two, Mao Mao and okay, we've got Suirei, I guess. They are actually very similar, so it's no surprise that they actually get along decently well. But I'm hoping we can kind of amp that up, but perhaps even more in the future. I mean, we saw last week, especially, we had a pretty cool scene with Suirei and Mao Mao, but I feel like their relationship can actually kind of might even be quite as close as to Mao Mao and Shisui / Lolan. Again, the names just make it even more confusing, but it might even get as close as that relationship, which I think would be cool to see. I really like the little boy as well. It's a shame to kind of see that. I think his mother was some kind of like sex worker here or something. Again, this room just fucking stacked in. You can smell this room through the fucking through your TV, couldn't you? It's awful. So yeah, kind of sad to see such a cute and innocent child kind of right outside the door to that. Something I was going to mention is that this girl in the back really looks like Suiren, but I didn't mention it because I'm not sure it has any kind of relevance, but she kind of looks quite a bit like her. And yeah, love this scene at the end, as I did mention. Awesome stuff here. I did want to go through the preview just one time quickly, just to see if we can notice anything in this scene here. Looks like she's gonna like poke his eyes out or something. Looks like Freddy Krueger. Yeah, well, yeah, she does kind of give off Freddy Krueger vibes, to be honest. Creepy woman. Again, she's got those diddler kind of Freddy Krueger, old emperor kind of vibes about her, to be honest. There wasn't, honestly, from the preview, there wasn't too much I could kind of comprehend as to what was going on. This stood out to me. This kind of facial expression change here from Lolan. The first time we actually see as Lolan, kind of not just looking like a doll, not just looking straight faced. She smiled. The biggest thing that stood out to me here. Other than that, we don't really see too much that kind of gives us any help. We've got Suirei get abused again, of course. But I do wonder, I'm kind of thinking, I did mention this earlier in the episode, that it's not, would this woman really trust Mao Mao as her new apothecary? And I think there might be something like going on with that. I feel like maybe Mao Mao might try and poison her and try and do something we'd classically see from like season 1, where people would try and poison the woman. I forget the name from now. Not courtesans, are they? The consorts, I think they're called. Again, apologies about my terminology and stuff. It's just been awful. Might see her do something that we'd usually see her kind of figure out, and see her try and like discover in season 1. We might actually see her come up with that stuff, which I think would be really cool, kind of moving perspectives. So I think that would be really awesome to see. I'm not sure that will be the case, but I would quite interested to see that. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 20.